tough for the Jazz last year.
So tough, in fact, Kevin, they were the worst in the West when it came to road work.
Three-pointer, Heinrich. A rebound by Pekovic. Pekovic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Jazz were the worst in the West last year on the road, as you mentioned. Only 9 wins in all. They really showed their youth and inexperience at times.
Hayward dishes to Kelly. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Offensive rebound. Dedmon. They get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Going on the road with the team the Jazz had last year was really difficult because they would struggle to find a player to lean on late in games. You can't get easy points on the road from somebody. You're going to struggle exactly the way the Jazz did. You need that player there to not only score and create for others, but get to the foul line as well.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, what better way to retire the Bobcats name than to go out and make the playoffs for only the 2nd time under that nickname. Good job by Charlotte last year. Now it's back to being the Hornets.
Jeremy Evans checks in for the Hornets. Utah also making some changes. Chris Copeland's checked in for Favors. Lamb comes in for Alec Burks. And it's Payton in for Ty Lawson. Harden kicks to Dedmon. It's stolen by Lamb. Harris passes to Whiteside. Here's Harden. 18 feet away and he knocks it down. Harden's got 20. And although Charlotte Clark got knocked out in 4 against the Heat, they had some good games last year in that postseason.
Well, they did, and the injury to Al Jefferson, though, Kevin, really kind of sabotaged their ability to really compete with the Heat. So they weren't able to break the postseason winless streak, but the team is certainly headed in the right direction.
It's just been one of those days for him. He has really struggled.
They set the pick. Over in the corner, Lamb. And Copeland kicks to Harris.
Tobias Harris, a combo forward, originally drafted by the Bucks out of Tennessee. I love his game. He does a little bit of everything and does it all well. He can handle. He shoots it a bit from outside. Not sure what his best position is going forward, but he's a quality player. It's been a nice game for Harris. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Evans' shot is good.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Now here is Harris. He's got 10. Another miss by Utah. And Harris, to this point in his career, has fared better defending small forwards. But Stevie continues to get stronger.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, kind of what should help him inside as he continues to grow defensively. The stronger you are, you know, the more effective you're going to be against those fours. And I think ultimately you'll be able to see Harris guard a lot of the fours in this league, particularly the stretch fours.
Dishes it to Copeland. Harris against Evans. The 10-footer. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Harris. Here is Harden. He's got 20. They set the pick. And here it. Jazz trailed by 10. So on the floor for Utah. They've got Nikola Pekovic. Tobias Harris is out there with Chris Copeland. Then it's Lawson. And it's Lamb with the 2. Misses the wing J.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Harden outside. 4 on the clock. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
The Hornets are certainly showing signs of development and improvement, and that's not all they're doing to put fans in the seats. Those who bought season tickets last season got season tickets for this season for free. That meant tickets as cheap as $3.25 a game. Wow, that's a heck of a deal.
Derek Favors checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Here's Lamb. And the lead is down inside single digits.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
The feed now to Harden. Evans setting the pick for Harden. Fires the 3. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call here.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
Lawson dishes to Harris. Favors sets the pick for Harris. Feeds it to Favors. Back to Harris. Stolen by Evans. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Utah was such a fixture in the playoffs for so many years, almost decades it seems, but recently they've not been that kind of a team, and the work is cut out for this franchise to get back to being a playoff team.
Favors. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hairston's checked in. Luol Deng is checked in for the Jazz. Burks comes in for Lamb.
Strong move there to go in for the dunk.
That's a smart foul there to prevent him from the finish.
And for the Jazz and their outlook, they did have some flashes of brilliance to build on, but it won't be an easy turnaround.
Got a piece of it. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Burks can't get it to go. Heinrich passes to Hairston. No good on the triple. Well, for the Jazz, Clark, it's going to be about being patient, continuing to grow as a team. I guess most observers would think.
No, without question. They just have to take it in small steps. Incrementally is the only way it gets done right. You're building a foundation with young, talented players. Nobody goes from worst to first in the conference in one season.
Charlotte leading by 12. It's to Dedmon. The dunk and the foul. Powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Derek Favors.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
To the paint. Here's Dang. That is in there. Washington with the assist. 15 points for Luol Deng. And the Hornets call time here.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives them an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Young comes in for Jeremy Evans. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Ryan Kelly. And James Harden subbed in for Hairston. Then for the Jazz, Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Favors. Enes Kanter comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Peyton in for Ty Lawson. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. Jazz trailed by 15. And that one's good. Pekovic.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
And here are the Hornets now. Heinrich with it. Hayward is screen on Peyton. Jefferson setting the pick for Heinrich. Off the pick. Changes up. And Jefferson with a nice bucket inside. Jefferson's got 12 points here in the second half. Burks kicks to Pekovic. Knocked loose. Hayward dishes to Hart. And it's blocked by Dang. Now, here's Burks. Not a lot of room. Dang gets a wide open look. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Harden can't hit. Jazz trailed by 15. Peyton drives in. Now, here's Burks. Defended by Hayward. Clock is at 3. Here's Dang. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. 18 points for Luol Deng.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Here's Jefferson. And the layup's good off the glass. Jefferson's got 19 points.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Pekovic attacking. It's stolen by Jefferson. Heinrich kicks to Harden. He feeds it to Hayward. Young outside.